today we're going to be customizing Voruna, and yet again, the goal is to make her pink. In any way, shape, and form, any way possible. Just from looking at her, she looks a little dirty, so I hope this works. Wow, that gun does not look good against her. So let's start with the primary. How saturated is it? It looks like it's a little dirty. That's not the best. I'm thinking, what if I make it this? Let me see how saturated the other colors are before I make decisions. So let's try pink on this. This is also kind of dirty. Is there a way to turn off the dirtiness? That'd be nice. Let's look at the tertiary. Again, I don't know what's wrong with it. Alright. Accents. Look at how that looks. Yeah, Voruna is just like dirty in general. This is gonna be like a really difficult one. So let's start with the primary. Usually when it's dirty, I just go with like a dusty color or purple. So let me try purple at the primary. This one looks nice. It doesn't look like too dirtied up, you know? So secondary is this. The skulls and whatever. So Valentine, let's go with that. Can I scroll out, please? There we go. Alright, Valentine, let's see what we can do in here. That actually looks pretty decent already. It's still not, like, clean like I like it, you know, but... Ooh, the Void Shell skin would look good, but we're not gonna touch that yet. We're just gonna do the regular one for now. But the Void Shell skin looks good. Alright, so we're gonna stick with what we have right now, and then tertiary, see if I can make it like a light blue. The thing is, I like to go with vibrant colors, and she seems like a Warframe that is not very vibrant. Maybe I go with a lighter pink for the tertiary. Like that? That doesn't look horrible. And then primary, what if I make that the smoke black? Okay. And then accents. What do we do for accents? What if we go with the purple for accent? Between purple, blue, and more pink. This blue look. This doesn't look pink enough, you know? So let's go with Valentine. That looks too samey. I'll do the Valentine for this, and then let's see if the purple works for the tertiary. Purple or blue. Go to the Eminence palette. That looks decent. It's not too purple, and it looks pink, so I like that. Would a lighter pink work for this? A lighter pink does work for that. That way it's not all the same. Alright, and then emissive, you know it has to be pink. Because that is a pure pink, and holy fuck, that looks so much better. Alright, what's the other emissive? Oh, it makes it like two colors. Okay, so let's go see if we can do like a purpley pink. What if I make the second emissive the pink? And then the first emissive, like, let's just try this Petir blue or something. It's interesting. It doesn't give like a bi sort of effect. Not bi. Bi lighting. I don't know how to say that. Anyways, this adds like an extra level of depth, I think. That's still pink, but not too, like, it has some depth to it. So for the energy, because I don't have Forma on this, we're just going to go with the Valentine's pink that I like. And that is the basic colors, but now we move on to attachments. So for attachments, Voruna armor. Oh, I can take off the wools. I don't think I want to, though. I think that adds some interest. We'll see how it looks with the other attachments I end up adding. I might take off a few. But for right now, I'm going to keep those. Alright, so auxiliary, because she can turn invisible, I think I'm going to turn on the semi-cloak for this. That way I actually look invisible. It's that as a glow cloak, but with the glow cloak, I can never tell whether I'm actually invisible or not. So I'm going to leave it at the semi. Ephemera, let's see. I have to copy the main colors for this. And ephemera. She is wolf themed. So we'll see what I can do that, like, if anything lends into that. Right off the bat, I know the Fey Path kind of will. Ooh, or the curry tails, that would look cool. Because then she'll have, like, a wolf tail. I think that's a little bit too, like, bright and flowy for Voruna, though. Seating staff kind of works. The Seraph Fair, I just got this ephemera. It does look interesting. I'm not gonna lie to you. It gives an interesting effect. And I am leaning towards this, actually. That is a Vengeful Flame. How does a Vengeful Flame look? No. So I'm between this and the Curry Tails. But I think this looks more like... I don't know. I feel like the Curry Tails is too girly for her. So I'm going to go with the Seraphire for that. And then for the Signa, let's check this out. There's the Ember Heirloom. I don't think the Creo Signa is going to work. Ember Heirloom or Envine, but I think the Envine is not enough. So I'm going to go with Ember Heirloom. And I'm going to move it down more because you can barely see it. There we go. So that is the attachments. And then we have to do a Sayandana. So start with copying the main colors. And let's check out what we have. The Fey Sayandana does not really work for this. Because it doesn't match the team. See, the Pari is interesting. Again, it just feels kind of random. This doesn't really work. Rakta. I think I do like the Volca. I'm leaning towards the Volca one right now. That one is interesting, and I feel like it doesn't take away from her, but it adds like an extra layer of depth. Winter Crest doesn't really work. I don't want anything that covers up her back too much because she has a lot of interesting armor here. But also anything too light doesn't really work with her. You know what? The Marilena Sayandana actually works really well. I'm thinking. Because I don't really like cloaks on her. She feels too naturey for that. I think the Marilena tail is good. That way she has a tail. And then I'm going to switch the tertiary to this color. That way it matches the rest of the frame. And then the secondary to what was my tertiary color, which is the Eminence Purple. Because on the Sayandana, the secondary is more of an accent than the tertiary is. And I might... Let me see how it looks when I switch the primary and the tertiary. Because I feel like I want it to match her. Yeah, that doesn't really work. I'm going to keep it the way it is. I like this a lot. And then accent, can I make this bright? This doesn't really make a difference. Alright, I'm just going to leave that like that. And then finally the sigils. Let's see how much adding the Bloodshed Sigil improves this, because I don't have high hopes for this one. But front sigil, alpha, turn up. And then chest sigil, you would go with the bloodshed sigil. And on the primary color, you make that like a light color, and it ends up with a glittery effect like this. And I think that actually looks a lot better and more vibrant. So let me switch with that, stick with that, see if I can do something different, a different shade of pink. Let's check out the Valentine palette. No, the different shades of pink are too much. I like this one. I'll stick with this one, and then for the back sigil, I am gonna do the same thing. I'll click the bloodshed sigil and turn the alpha up. And then the primary, I'm gonna make a very light purple. And that just brings out the brightness a bit more than that super light pink does. And I really like this. So this is my Voruna. Wolf Girl, I think she came out better. She came out better than I expected, because I did not have high hopes for her. She's an interesting one to make pink, because literally every one of her colors is like muddy. Okay. Alright, I'm done with the video.